everything happens for a reason. Monday, November 18th, I get a text from Mike McCullough. Mike is a long snapping dad. You guys know I run a long snapping company as well. And when I get he's had two sons go through me, Liam and Rowan. And when I get a text from an older parent, not an older age, but just someone that's gone through the program already, kids are like 30 years old and 26, is like, okay, you're just saying, hi, what's going on? There's a birth announcement, someone's getting married, or there's something not good. And so this one was the latter. This was something not good. And the text reads, hi, Rubio, if you could pray for Rowan. Jenna, can you go ahead and put that picture up? I'd appreciate it. He was in a bad accident yesterday, and he suffered facial fractures and will lose his right eye. Now, as you can see, if you're listening on Spotify or iTunes, we basically have a model up on screen. Rowan has always been a good-looking kid, but after he graduated college, I think he might actually be a model. He's that good-looking. He's got a great body. He's got a great attitude, comes from a great family. And he's one of those kids that whenever you're around him, you're just always smiling because he's smiling. He's just got this bubbly personality, and you're like, okay, he must not have he must not be a great athlete. No, he was such a good athlete. He went to Ohio State, or the Ohio State, that he was long snapper, and then towards the end of his career, he started, I'm going to play linebacker too. You have to be a freak athlete to play one position at a major Division I college, let alone two. So that tells you all about this kid. And if you go on his Instagram, it's Roen McCullough. You'll see that he's lifting weights, he's doing all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then the dad shows me pictures of the car crash, and I go, oh my God, like, this is not good. What happened? And he tells me the story. And then within 10 days, Rowan puts out a video, because I don't know about you, but if my face got slashed in half and I'm losing my right eye, number one, I'm going down, Depression Boulevard, and I'm landing there for a while. Number two, I'm not sure that I want to be on camera. Number three, I'm going to need a lot of buddies, or I don't know what's going to happen to me, because I'm going to be, like I said, headed towards negative town, pulling up permanent residence. But Rowan is a very faith-based person, and I'm going to talk about what he said to me today and how it kind of works in exactly with what AC was talking about last week. So Rowan puts out this video, and I said, holy hell, number one, courageous. Number two, amazing. Number three, inspirational. So this video is a little long. It's 2 minutes, but he's going to go through exactly what happened. There's going to be pictures, and he's going to show you some stuff, and you're going to be able to understand more of it and what journey he's on now. So Jenna, can you play video 2, excuse me.
I was in a pretty scary accident recently. Doctor said it's a miracle that I'm alive. I'm grateful that God spared my life and given me a new perspective, both literally and figuratively. I want to thank everybody who's checked in, who's prayed over my healing, who's taken care of me, and those who have donated to my GoFundMe. So here's what happened. On November 17th, I was driving home from the gym around 6:30 p.m. I was in the left lane, and a car swerved at the last second. I didn't have time to react, and I hit a disabled car going about 50 miles per hour. An F-350 that was towing a tractor then slammed into the back of me, and during this, the hood of my car flew through my windshield, bisected my face, split it open from my left eye, across my nose, and cut my right eye in half. I stayed conscious through the whole thing, kicked my door open, told someone to call 911, and another to call my mom. During that phone call, I told my mom that I split my face in half, I was bleeding out, and that I loved her. I then got on my knees while I was bleeding out, and I prayed. I thank God for who he is and to place his hand over me in that moment. I was then transported in severely critical condition to Ohio State, had 2 surgeries with titanium plates to reconstruct what doctors called the most complex fracture they've ever seen. I lost all function in my right eye. In the near future, I'm going to have multiple surgeries. Those including the removal of my right eye, the reconstruction of my nose, and multiple more for cosmetic reasons. One of my friends told me a phrase that I hold very near to this situation. The spirit of heaviness put on the garment of praise. It's a blessing that God used this to strengthen my testimony, and I'm looking forward to seeing how I'm able to continue to glorify him in every interaction that I have. I'm going to be completely transparent. This has been overwhelming for me. It's been incredibly hard, adjusting to my new normal. But when you have a community behind you that is willing to give their time, prayers, and hard-earned money to help me and my family, it provides a clear vision of what makes this place and this community so special.
Okay, so if you're listening on iTunes and Spotify, you can see Rowan is there. He still has beautiful hair. but his face is obviously a little bit mangled. He's definitely swollen. Okay. Yeah. Randy Chevrier says, good Lord, this kid. And so I texted him, and this is my little homework assignment for everyone. I just gave him a quick little text. I just said, just thinking about you, bud. Okay. And he responded back pretty damn quick. And I'm not saying you have to text Rowan McCullough. Okay. If you know him, you can. But if you don't, just find someone else and just send him a nice little text. Yeah. Craig Hannum says in the back, what resiliency? I said, how did you make the video, dude? Like, I don't understand. How can you be thinking like this? I mean, because you want to talk about just being on the ball, but just positive and like, whoa, okay. Within 10 days, I almost had my damn head cut off. I've got my right eye gone, and I don't look the same. And now I've got to go through this because there's obviously going to be a lot of rehab and stuff. He says, here's my thought process simply. As a Christian, we are called to make heaven full. The greatest form of love is a sacrifice, i.e. Jesus giving up his own life. I've had over 30 people reach out to me wanting to know more about Christianity and what it means to have a relationship with God. If that is the response I get from the situation I'm in, God can take my other eye next week, my arm the week after, and my leg the week after that. There is incredible power in framing your life through different perspectives. In my eyes, there is no such thing as trauma, only opportunity to glorify God. So, oh my God, shout out to Rowan. Shout out to, if 30 people are going to be on a more positive journey. Okay. Randy says, please send him my love and more the inspiration he just inspires. Yeah, I have a feeling Rowan is actually watching this show because he was going to try to live stream it. And I will definitely have him on the show once he's able to, or once he wants to, whenever he wants to. I'll just get him on because I want you guys to understand what I mean by he has such an infectious personality. Like that video was the most subdued I've ever seen him. That was the first time I've ever seen him on video or in person where he wasn't smiling or giggling it, or, just he's almost like a little puppy, and one of those, but a good puppy, not like one of those puppies that just nips at your Achilles or something like that. But it's just such an inspiration for him. And I know that he's going to inspire other people to either go and talk to him about Mr. Jesus, talk to him about God, or talk about all the fact that he's overcoming this. I mean, can you imagine you driving in your car, you're going through the tunnel, boom, car stopped, you stop, boom, someone rams you, hood goes through your window, takes, luck like this, boom, slices your face off basically, and then you're still conscious and you're able to call 911 and your mother. My God. Number one, frightful on all accounts. Number two, how tough is he? Number three, how good of a shape is he in where he's already standing and moving around and doing all this stuff? I feel like he should be in bed resting or something like that. But the dude is in super great shape. He's obviously got a hell of just a drive. And I just want to shout out to him. Jenna, can you make sure you put that GoFundMe up? If you guys go to GoFundMe, it just goes to Rowan McCullough. You can look it up, Rowan McCullough. You can put the link, but it's one of those long links. So if you can, shout out to Rowan. Make sure you could probably send him a message within that GoFundMe as well. And he also said, shout out to AC. He said, AC is a very smart man, because I said, this is unbelievable how this coincides with the story we talked about 2 weeks ago with the kid up in Pullman at 13 that passed away, where that truck slid on black ice and took out the kid, and the kid died, but the dad survived. And I was not happy about it, and obviously not, but it was one of those things where if Rowan can look at it like this, I feel like that's very helpful to not only him, but to many, many others. So yeah, there's how you spell it, Rowan McCullough. And you just go to GoFundMe and look it up. And if you can, donate. If you cannot, just leave a message. That's not that hard to do, and it's free of charge. All right, so that's enough of Rowan right now. Number two, you know what? I'm going to go to commercial right now. When we come back, we'll have AC of AC Sports Live. Jenna, I'm out.
You have been watching